Hi, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. I'm Sissy, and life coach and motivational speaker. If you're new here, welcome. My channel is all about self-awareness, self-development, and spirituality. Okay, today we're going to talk about money. Right now, many of us walking around with money wounds. Right, so how do you know that you have a money wound? How do you know that you have a money wound? Meaning there's something in your past that affected your money relationship in a very negative way, right? Have you ever felt your stomach drop when your money runs low? Have you ever thought of having that, or when you don't have enough money, that you go into a panic? Your body goes into panic, your mind goes into panic. Have you ever experienced stress, fear, or even physical symptoms around money? So this video is for you if this is actually relating to you, right? And before we begin, I want you to know this very clearly, that there's nothing wrong with you. It's just an effect and a reaction to a trauma, right? So what makes money wounds real, right? What money wounds are really are and what makes them real. Deep money wounds are not about the money. It's about safety, okay? Now, when we talk about safety, let's talk more about safety. When we feel secure in our lives, right, we can have all the things that we need and desire. You need food for survival, yes. You need a safe home. You need safety as well. You understand physical safety, psychological safety. You need a safe home that's warm and welcoming. You need family members that are going to give you all the love. However, money is that thing, that tool we use to make our lives comfortable. Because for you to have the safety of having a home, of having food on your plate, on having stable, healthy parents, you need to have money. Because money provides a form of safety on its own. However, safety is not about money, right? Safety is about feeling secure within yourself. Money is a tool to buy things. Those things make you feel safe in life. And when they're not there, you feel unsafe, okay? When your food is not there, when your shelter is not there, right? Because you're lacking money, you feel unsafe. That's where it's coming from, okay? So let's continue. Deep money wounds are not about the money. I said it's about feeling safety or safe. When you grow up living through scarcity, when you experience unpredictability, fear and scarcity regards to money, it becomes a problem. Now you begin to develop what we call money wounds. Hi guys, thank you for joining my live. Ashley, thank you so much. And the other guy as well. Thank you so much for joining my live. Today we're talking about money wounds. Are they really real things or it's just our imagination? What does it mean when people are talking about money wounds? Right? What are they meaning by that? Okay. Basically, money is what we use to get the things that we want. And we don't have those things because we're lacking money, we're feeling unsafe. Okay. So that's why money is linked to the first chakra, the base chakra, and also your solar plexus as well. Okay. So you're feeling unsafe, you're feeling ungrounded. So when you have a home and you have food, you're feeling safe, right? You're feeling anchored, you're feeling taken care of. That is the reason why people feel unsafe, right? Then it becomes a wound, it becomes something that's there that triggers you. So wounds normally trigger you. They're psychological, energetic things linked to your experiences in life. Okay, it's psychological. It's not something physical, it's psychological. We cannot see these wounds, but they play out in our lives when we get those triggers. Then we can say, okay, I have a wound. I have this fear of not having enough money in my bank account. When I see the money going lower, I feel uncomfortable in my body. I feel kind of stressed. I feel my stomach turning as well. I feel anxiety and fear. Right? This is a real thing. It's happening to a lot of people, basically. Right? So let's continue. As I said, when you grow up living through periods where there's more scarcity than abundance, unpredictable situations, right? That you don't understand. Today it's the morning. Are we gonna have food today? Are we gonna have a place to stay this week? You understand things like that. Like children that grow up in homes where maybe the parents lost their home, the bond was not paid, they couldn't afford to pay the bond, they lose their home, they go from one relative to another. Now, psychologically and energetically, it's creating a wound of feeling unsafe. Okay, we lost our home when I was 11 years old, for example. We lost our home. We were going from one cousin to another, from one relative going for help. Now that wound is there. Now I've listened to Tony Robinson's story about his first experience as a child when his father was offered money, was offered some food for Christmas or something like that. They came with a turkey, or was it Thanksgiving? I'm not sure. But they came with something to the house to give him, to give the family. But because the father had huge money wounds, and he felt like somehow it's an insult when another man comes to him and knocks on the door and gives him food to feed his children. He felt like he's useless, that that he's not man enough. So what he did, he lashed out. He lashed out violently and told the guy that I don't take handouts. If you listen to Tony Robinson's story of his own childhood, although he is a money magnet now and is able to actually get a lot of money in his life, his father's wound made him realize that in life there are givers. And that's how I began to learn to give people and motivate people, because he's coming from a place of lack, real poverty where he was brought up in, right? So he was able to transmute his father's money wound and make it work for him in a positive way. In a way, the man was now the father. His father was operating from ego. He felt that I'm a man. It's insulting for another man to come to my house and knock on my door on Thanksgiving and give me what I cannot give my family. Give me, in other words, you want to feed my family. That's the ego. So how can another man come and do that? However, Tony Robertson saw there's kindness in this world. Tony Robertson saw it as there's kindness in this world. Where this world is a place where there's bad things, yes, and there's lack, but there's kind people in this world. So what he chose to focus on, the kindness of that stranger coming and giving them food for that specific period of time. I think it was Thanksgiving or something like that, right? Now remember that we all have jarring experiences when it comes to money. I'm thinking that his father's experience with money was very triggering. He's probably his own experience as a child being brought up by his father, that a man who accepts things from people is a loser. You cannot be asked, accepting things from other people. You understand? That's what happened. That's how he was actually relating to his own situation. I remember there's an old school and concept that money is related to hard work, right? The whole idea that money is related to your consciousness, to your psychology, to your frequency was not spoken about. They only spoke about the fact if you want to have money, go and work hard, right? And remember at that time in the 60s and the 80s or so, even as far as the 80s and further into time, into the past, people were taught that you have to go out and hustle hard and work maybe 3 4 jobs just to keep the food on the table. That is a program of lack. Okay, that is a program of lack, because we're teaching itself and other people that yes, in this life is a struggle. You need 4 jobs. When do you rest? When do you sleep? When do you enjoy life? When you're working 4 jobs to try and keep the food on the table. When do you take a break and just enjoy your life? When you got 4 jobs, there's only 24 hours a day. Now imagine, straight from another job, you're working for maybe 4 hours there or 2 hours, you're walking into another one. And you continue doing that until maybe 8, 9, or even 10, maybe 12 o'clock at night. You're working all these jobs because you need to feed your family. You understand? These are the problems that really cause a lot of issues in this world right now. Your money relationship is linked to what? I need to hustle. I need to work very hard. 4 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever. I need to have a lot of jobs because without money, I'm unsafe. And money is not something that's coming within me, it's something that's coming from outside of me. I need to do something to get that money. I'm not worthy until I work very hard. I'm not worthy of having that money until I work very hard. That's the problem. Which country you come from? Oh, me, sweetie pie, I come from South Africa. I'm streaming from South Africa at this moment. Is it Path? It's Path, Path underscore Rug. I don't know what how to pronounce that name, and I won't butcher it. But anyway, I'm from South Africa, my love. That's where I'm actually streaming from. Okay, thank you for joining my live. I'm talking about money wounds. My channel is all about spirituality, self-awareness, and enlightenment. Yes, understanding who you are, knowing thyself. Okay, money is a big issue in the game of life. Money is a big issue in the game of life because it is a tool, but now it has become something that we actually don't understand. Okay, we don't understand what is money. So today we're talking about money wounds and money, right? So deep money wounds are not about money, as I said. It's about safety. You're feeling unsafe, and I suppose Tony Robinson's father was feeling unsafe, and another man knocked on his door and said, "Yeah, I'm here to offer you some help. Here's some food." And then he lashed out with violence, saying, "No, I don't take handouts. Please leave my house. Get out." You understand that kind of thing, because of the fact that he felt unsafe, because he's getting recognized, he's getting reminded that he cannot take care of his family on Thanksgiving. There's no turkey on the table. There's no food for his children, right, including Tony Robinson. Okay, so he grew up understanding lack. Right now, you must remember that God will show you all the things you don't want first in life, and then it gets you to understand what you do want in life. In other words, so Tony got to experience poverty, extreme poverty, that even on Thanksgiving there was no food on the table. You understand? His father was now working so many jobs, working very hard, but still no food on the table on Thanksgiving Day. You understand? Those type of things kind of put him in another mindset. So he decided to look at it more in a positive way, that there are good people in this world and it's good to give, right? Let's go talk about money wounds more, right? Let's talk more about them, right? So when you grow up in a life where there's periods of scarcity and unpredictability, or you try things and there's a lot of fear in your home with regards to money, your nervous system begins to learn one thing. What it learns: when money is low, I'm not safe. When money is low, I'm not safe. So my safety is intertwined with having a bank account that's full of money, right? So as an adult, even when you're capable, resourceful, and intelligent, your body reacts as if threat is happening again, all over again. Although now you're resourceful, you're intelligent, you have a means of making money, but each time the money goes low in your bank account, the numbers drop because you're using it to get things that you need in your life, right? When each time that happens, you're feeling at loss. You're feeling as if somehow there's not enough money, and you're feeling threatened, you're feeling unsafe. So now that triggers your first chakra, which is your base chakra. Your base chakra is not stable. You're feeling unsafe, right? So this is not a weakness, guys. It's just about the trauma that you experienced as a child, living in a home where there was scarcity, living in a home where you were told and taught that money is very scarce, that doesn't grow on trees and all those other things, right? So now it's because of the trauma, so it affects your nervous system. So your nervous system is actually what controls everything in this reality, right? Because your nervous system is also linked to your vibration or your frequency, because it's all about thoughts giving reactions and triggers. You understand? So your nervous system will actually affect your vibration as well all the time. If you have a safer, grounded nervous system where you're feeling taken care of and you have all your needs met, you have a higher type of frequency around money and safety and abundance, okay? But if you're experiencing the opposite, you feel fractured somehow, that money is something so far from your reality because of all the experience you had as a child, right? So these things are real things that really happen to us, right? So that's why people have money wounds. Why your body reacts before the mind. Remember, the mind or the subconscious mind. There's a mind and your subconscious mind. The mind is the now moment. The subconscious mind is the past experience. Your body is part of your subconscious mind. That is the reason why your body reacts before your mind, because your memory is also kept inside your body. You understand? Also kept inside your body. So when trauma doesn't when trauma lives in your thoughts, it lives in your body, right? So trauma not only lives in your thoughts, it lives in your body. You think that it's just a thought? No, it's linked to your body subconsciously in your subconscious mind, which is part of your body as well. The gut system, for one, especially the deeply connected fear and survival, is connected to the gut system, which is your solar plexus. Okay. So when you feel uncertainty in life and your body responds with tightness, nausea, anxiety, diarrhea, a strong urge to escape or panic, it's because of the trauma that's stored within in your solar plexus. Is your body not betraying you? Do you think your body is betraying you? Is it trying to protect you? What is it trying to do? Now, we need to understand that as well, right? Now let's talk more about how we can actually work through these things, right? Let's talk more how we can work through it, right? Number one, step one, stop trying to think the way the fear. Because now you're using the very same mind, okay? Stop trying to think the way away the fear, because the mind is connected with the ego, the sense of I, the icon complex, okay? So don't try not to think away the fear. Relax on it. One of the biggest mistakes we make is to try to fix money traumas with affirmations alone, the mind, okay? Don't try and speak it away. When the nervous system is activated, logic doesn't work anymore. Now you're trying to use your logic, but now your nervous system is now taken over, and now you're trying to work with logic. It doesn't work. Instead of saying, I should feel this way, I shouldn't feel this way, or I need to be more positive, or yeah, I'm a bit confused what's going on. I'm feeling so attacked. Life is so bad. Don't say all those things. Or rather just say, my body learned this response during a difficult time. My body learned this response during a difficult time. This removes the shame that you're feeling, and the shame is what keeps the trauma stuck. So now you're actually owning it. You're saying, okay, it's fine. I understand. My body learned this type of response during a very difficult time. I remember when I was as a child in my childhood, how we struggled in regards to money, how my parents had to work sometimes 4 jobs, 5 jobs, that kind of thing a day just to make money. They had all sorts of ways to make money because they felt it was scarce. So I've learned that money is scarce. Now my body has learned how to respond to that memory that's kept in my subconscious mind. It's okay. Then step number 3, or step 2, sorry. Let's go to 2. Regulating your nervous system first. So remember, you need to regulate your nervous system first. When money fears show up, pause and ask yourself. Place your hand on your chest and ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? What is going on? Because I'm not in a tech. Yes, I know money must go because I'm using it. I understand that money flows in and it flows out. You put your hand on your chest and one on your stomach. So that's your solar plexus. Your chest is your heart, right? And then slowly breathe in. Hold on for a few seconds or beats, 1-2 seconds, I suppose, and then exhale long. So you breathe in a count of 4 and you exhale out 8 beats. Or, you understand what I'm trying to say. So you breathe in 4, a count of 4, you hold on, and then you let go. And you count your breaths out in 4 beats, okay? Just to relax your body. Now remember that you are now trying to access your vagus nervous system, your vagus nerve. You're trying to activate it because your vagus nerve needs you to actually activate it, and that's going to help you to regulate your nervous system. That's why when you're breathing in and breathing out and calming yourself, you're now activating your vagus nerve. That's going to take over and then put your body in a more of a parasympathetic nervous system mode where you're more calmer. So remember, you have the answer to all your own problems. So you are feeling a bit anxious about money, take a deep breath and ask yourself and tell yourself that you're safe. You breathe in and you breathe out. You breathe in and you breathe out. Now you're actually recognizing that this is not just a physical thing, it's also an energetic issue that you're trying to focus on to calm yourself down. Right? So it's important to you do that step. Okay? And gently tell yourself, I'm safe in this moment. This is now. I realize and understand that the money was scarce before. I understand where this trauma is coming from, but now I understand I'm safe. And tell yourself I'm safe. This is the now, not the past. This simple practice will tell your body that the danger is not happening at this moment. Because remember, you are getting triggered with anxiety because of a past experience. You see your bank account going less, and you're getting phone calls from creditors telling you need to pay the money, and you understand that you still have the whole month to go. You just got paid. You paid your bills. Right now you just got paid and you paid your bills, and now you need money to take you through the rest of the month, and now you're feeling a bit attacked in the tech. So your nervous system now is now making you feel traumatized, because you look at your bank account and the money is going less, and you're looking at how long the month is, and they keep on phoning you. You need to pay, you need to pay, you need to pay. You understand that everything in this life, you need money. That is why people feel unsafe when they don't have money, because everything in this life, you need money to go to work. You need money for transportation, for petrol. You need money to maintain your car. You need money to pay your rent. You need money to pay your bond, things like that. The bank where you got the loan for your home. You need money for everything, right? That is why it's important for you to understand the relationship you're currently having with money. Why are you feeling attacked? Why are you feeling anxious when you see your money numbers go low? In other words, the debt is getting paid, but you're getting left with little money. You understand that you got family coming, and then they have their own needs and their problems. They're asking you for money, right? These are the things that causes problem and stress. Then people are stressing you for money. And yes, at the same time, you're just about surviving. You're just about surviving as you think in your head, because your relationship with money is around survival. If you walk or grew up in a home where everything was about survival, money was about survival, when you get older and you have your own home, your own children, your own debts, your own things you need to pay, you still think it's about survival, and everybody around you is living in survival, so you think it's normal right now. So the answer here is not to look at the numbers. The answer is to go into the energetic side of you. Money is energy, and money is linked to love, not to pain. A lot of people think that money is linked to pain because they saw their parents in pain regards to money. Money is not linked to pain. Money is linked to love. It's God's love. God is giving you that job. God is giving you that energy, those skills, those abilities for you to exchange them for money. Right? So that's how it's linked to God and linked to love, because it's actually something that's God given. Your skill, your energy, your resourcefulness, your intelligence is God given, linked to love. God has loved you so much and He's given you a way of you to taking care of yourself in this game of life. That's how it is in the third dimensional reality. It's about you, this earth school, it's about you paying bills, yes, because you need things to be comfortable in your life. You need a home, you need a cell phone, you need a laptop, you need all these things as time goes by. Remember that time has changed, so people's needs become different. In the 20s, you never needed a cell phone. There was no cell phones then. The needs were different then. People were talking about farming. People were farming a lot in the 20s, especially in America. People were more like maybe even working in factories at that time. So their needs were totally different. Now, remember, if you understand how the world has changed, we still have factories, yes, but it's not a main source of employment anymore. Now we have information and IT and technology. Now we have more motor manufacturing. You understand? Now we have now education and nursing and medical environments where you can make money. Now we have all sorts of ways of making money, not only one way anymore. However, remember, this is the game of life, and money is part of the challenge. I want you to know that money is part of the challenge. That's why it's so difficult for people to connect with money in a healthy way because it's part of the challenge. There's many challenges here in the game of life, including relationships. And I like to talk about relationships. But remember that your connection with your money is a relationship. How you relate to money. You understand, Ashley? Thank you for joining my live. Hope you're doing well this Saturday, right? So let me talk about money, right? So it's all about those money wounds that are developing from childhood, right? Now you need to understand what triggers you. You see a bank account statement and you see how much is in your account and you're thinking, oh my God, what I'm going to do, the month is so long. Now remember that if you're a Christian, you understand is what we call faith. You are taught about faith in the church and people forget about the teachings, their spiritual teachings. People forget that God is always with you, that you are part of God. You can never lack. Don't be moved by the amount of zeros in your bank account. Don't be moved by the amount of rands or dollars or whatever or pounds in your bank account. Understand that whatever happens, you are secure. Money is an energy. You get it to maintain your life, to be able to buy things in your life. It's not something that you need to really depend on all the time. You must depend on yourself, your own endurance, your own strength, your own inner strength, and your connection with the divine source, God. Your connection with God. God is forever providing. If you look at the nature, how nature is, seasons come, seasons go. There's never lack. It snows at certain times, it's raining at certain times, it's windy at certain times, it is very hot at certain times. And that never ends. It's never scarce. It's always there. That means that we're living in a universe of abundance. Right now, you yourself, you are born abundant being. And then you are actually programmed about the way things are in this reality. You're programmed about lack. Lack is a program. It's a program of not having enough. You in your background, remember that your higher self, your spirit chose a specific experience. You are not a victim, meaning that you have the means to overcome the challenge of money struggle. Understand it's not really a struggle. You are making it a struggle. It's your relationship. It's like, for example, you have a best friend that loves you so much. Okay, that's money. Make money your friend that loves you so much. And this money is always there for you so you can able to take care of yourself. So when you have a good relationship with that friend of yours, they'll come to you often. But when you have a very negative relationship, when you see their phone call or you see their message and you just delete or you blue tick them, you don't communicate with them because you don't like them. Same as money. Money is an energy. So your connection with it must be like how you relate to people. This sounds very strange, right? So when it comes into my bank account, I bless it. I say, thank you, money, for coming. I'm thankful. And you're thanking God, you're thanking money. Because remember, God is everything, including money. God is everything. So when you're thanking God, you're thanking for that money. You're thanking money for reaching your bank account. You've worked those 31 days, okay? And now the money is there. Right? Be grateful for it being there. Then bless it and expand it. Speak life over your money. Start living consciously. Everything in your life needs energy. When it comes in your bank account, you say, thank you for being in my bank account. I'm so grateful for this money. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for providing this money. I know I've worked and I've earned this money, my energy, my skills, my time in return for this money. But I now bless this money. Right? You can even make a ritual on the payday. You take at least $100 or 100 rand or whatever, or $10, whatever it is, whatever you feel comfortable with. Hold that money in your hand and say, thank you, God, for this money. Right? Thank you, money, for coming. You are very useful in my life. This sounds crazy, but it does work because now you are energy and everything is energy, including your money. Your mind is also energy that has sentience, like you have it as well. Everything that's created by God is we created, and whatever we create becomes part of God's creation because we are God's creation. So that money in the bank account is also God's creation because we are part of God. Okay, we are representation of God in a human form. That's why it's important to understand you can speak into your money, right, and say thank you. I will be able to pay all my bills and have plenty more afterwards. And you know what's gonna happen? God will bring in people to give you more money. While you're paying your bills, you're gonna get people. They're gonna say, okay, Here's some money. You're going to get situations that are going to bring money into your life. You're going to get situations and opportunities that are going to bring more money into your life. You're going to get maybe a situation whereby a bill will be paid for, or a debt will be paid for just like that. Because you have faith in yourself and you have faith in your power over your money. Because your money should not have power over you. You should have power over your money. That's how it works, guys. Okay. So remember that. Number 3, let's look at number 3. Your nervous system does not automatically know what time has passed. Your nervous system is not linked to time. Okay. So you must update it often. You must update your nervous system and say, I'm not in the past. I'm not a child anymore. I'm no more in lack anymore. I'm living in abundance because I can make my own money. I can attract my own money. I'm now a working person. I actually trade my time and my skill for money. Right? So you say, that was the past. That was then when we struggled. I'm no longer in that place. You need to remind yourself always because your nervous system doesn't know between future, past, and the now. You have to communicate it, that to your nervous system. I'm now an adult. I'm now, I have choices, I have skills, I have abilities that I actually trade for money. I'm no more a victim anymore. I'm no more a child anymore. I'm now an adult. You are not the same person you were when you were in the trauma. You now have grown. Remind your subconscious mind and your mind that you're able and capable now at this time to take care of yourself because you are provided for by divine source. Okay. Step number 4, build a safety between yourself and your money and life, right? So you're actually building safety and abundance within yourself. You tell yourself you go into your bank account app, you see how much you have left in your account, and you say, you know what, I'm not determined by the amount of money in my bank account. This is not a true reflection of my life. My life is a place of abundance. Yes, the numbers may be going low, but it doesn't mean that I'm abandoned, that I don't have enough. It doesn't mean that I'm not taken care of. It doesn't mean I'm not safe in my life. Don't link your safety to the amount of rands or dollars or pounds or naira or yens, whatever currency you are actually at the moment and using in your life. Don't make your life around that. Make your life around how you feel about yourself and life. We get up every morning and you say, I'm safe. Today I choose to be safe. No matter whatever's happening. I know I've got challenges. I know I've got problems, but I'm feeling safe. I am actually declaring my safety because I know I'm always provided for by the divine universe, by divine God, by Allah, whatever you believe in, guys. People have different beliefs, and that's okay as well. Now, let's continue. Instead of you forcing abundance beliefs in life, right? Start with neutral ones like money can fluctuate. It's okay. Money comes, money goes. And I will always survive. I will always thrive. I can handle discomfort. I can handle the fact that the money is getting less in my account because I'm using it. So as less becomes less, more is coming. More is coming. I'm always provided for. You got to put yourself in a place of psychological safety. I am learning to feel safe with my money. I am learning to feel safe with my money. I know that money is a flow. I'm opening myself to the flow of money. I'm opening myself to the flow of money. Guys, if you like what I'm talking about, go ahead and like my life, right? Remember that money is all a perception. It's a worldview. It's what you think too as well. It plays a big role in it. Not just the things you're doing to get the money or just the money in your hands. No, you speak on it. You speak on it. You speak on your money for it to multiply. And you say that I'm safe no matter what's in my bank account. As more money leaves, more money is coming in. Tell yourself that. As money leaves in my bank account, more money is coming in. God will send people and bring resources and circumstances to bring more money in my life. Because as money leaves, more money comes in. Okay? Don't say things like, oh, the month is too long and the money is too short. You'd rather say the money is so much and the month is too short. Money is abundance in my life. Speak the opposite of all the negative things over yourself and your money each day. That's how you heal your wounds. Firstly, number one, you need to recognize that you have a money wound. Your relationship. The first thing it's going to tell you that you have a money wounds when you feel uncomfortable on payday, when you hear the bank account money going out, that ding, 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 all the money going goes, your debts is getting paid. Now you start getting anxious. When you get anxious and you feel frustrated and uncomfortable, that means you have a money wound. Now you recognize, okay, I'm feeling somehow bad. I'm paying for those services. I'm paying for those services. Why do I feel so uncomfortable? Because those services actually help me to add value to my life. Remember, everything's an exchange. Everything is an exchange. However, if you're living in a space whereby you are earning much less than your debt, then you need to now reassess it. Remember, you have an opportunity to reset. It's called a reset. You can't afford it. So you stop paying because you can't afford it. You cannot be starving yourself because of debt. This is a game of life. It's all about a game. It's nothing serious is going on here. You cannot put yourself in a place of misery because of debt. You cannot do that because now you're destroying yourself and the game. Your life will not be a life of joy. It'll be a life of stress and struggle. Remember, you have the choice to assign any meaning to anything. You have the choice to assign any meaning to anything in your life, all right? So safety is important. You can start keeping a small emergency fund, very small, start small, something like maybe $10 or $20 a week if you get paid weekly. Just save some money. You understand? And check where you can actually minimize your consuming. Maybe you're spending too much money on eating out, entertainment. Reduce entertainment and at least save $5, $10 a week. Put it one side and don't touch it. It's your savings. It's what we call an emergency fund, okay? And then also a written plan for low money moments. What are you going to be doing and how are you going to feel when you see your money going low? Are you going to get an attack? Are you going to get an anxiety attack, sorry? Are you going to get afraid? Or are you just going to say, oh, well, it's low now. It's going to fill up very soon because money is a flow. It goes and it comes. It's going to fill up very soon. When you start easing yourself and soothing yourself in terms of money, it helps you instead of you going into anxiety and then also now having a panic attack because you're having a problem with money. Money is getting finished. Remember, money must get finished in your hand so that more can come in. So it is a flow. It's a flow. You need to just manage your own consuming, how much you're consuming of that money. But it's going to go and it's going to come back. Right? It's going to go and it'll come back. Because at the end of the day, remember, you are selling your time, your skills, and your abilities for money in exchange for money. And that's one way of actually attracting money in your life. The other way is to feel abundance. Because everything is based on the abundance. Okay, like for example, somebody can just give you a voucher. Now remember, abundance and money, two different things. Money is the physical manifestation of your level of abundance. Money is a physical manifestation of your level of abundance, how you feel about it. You understand? I understand that I might not be a millionaire or billionaire, but I'm always taken care of because I don't believe in lack. I believe that I exchange my time and my skill for money. But I know that even if I wasn't somebody who was not working, if I was somebody who was not working, I would always be taken care of because I know my sources with God. I'm provided for all the time. I have a skill and a gift, and I'm going to use that skill and that gift in a way to bring more money in my life, to make my life more comfortable. But I know that me and money are friends. We're not enemies. Me and money are friends. What Kanye Bao says, if you're South African, you know what I'm talking about. How Kanye Bao says, if I was somebody in a room and money wanted somebody to speak to, making money a person, an energy, a sentience, money will choose me because I understand money. I'm friends with money. I don't push it away. It'll come to me. If money had an opportunity to talk to any person in the room and I'm in the room, money will automatically choose me. That she's trying to say that I resonate to money and money resonates to me. Kanye Bao was trying to say that that's why I never lack because I resonate with money. I don't push it away with my belief systems. I don't believe in lack. I don't believe I need to work hard for money. Just be me. You see, Kanye knows the gift of being me. The gift of me means that I am worthy. Money comes to me because I'm me. I don't have to be a hustler. I don't have to stress. I love the work that I do. I love going to work. I love being creative with my abilities. That's how I'm able to bring more money in my life, right? That's what she's thinking, and I truly align and resonate with what she is saying in that clip where she said that money, if needed any person to speak in the room, come to me, because I feel like that as well. I'm working through all my own wounds as well to open myself to more money and understand that money is not about working hard. It's about opening yourself to it. It's about you having that relationship, energetic relationship. When it comes into your account, you say, thank you, God. Thank you, money, for arriving. I'm now going to use you very wisely to make my life comfortable. I'm going to use you now to add value to my life and the people around me, my family, right? I know that money is easy. Money comes easily into my life and I use it, it goes out and it comes back again. Life example, a bank, money is water, right? It's a flow. Energetic level, money is water because it's a flow. That's why they say that a flowing is flowing into your life. It's a currency, it's an energy as well, right? So now we have the bank with the physical banks in a river where water flows, money flows energetically, right? There's banks, river banks. So money is flowing through the universe, through this matrix game. It's flowing. And some people are warding it, even wealthy people are warding it, right? That's their business. Your business is your business with your money, your relationship with money. What whoever's doing Barack Obama, whoever, or Oprah doing it, money means nothing to you. You should focus on your own relationship with money. A lot of people say that money is evil because rich people are using it to abuse other people. Money is not evil. It's the people that are using the money. Remember, money is neutral, right? Money is neutral. So now we're now debunking these myths around money. Money is neutral. Rich people are not perfect people. They have their own wounds too. They have a wounds of control, wounds of being a narcissistic. They have their own wounds. So that's why some of them, not all, some of them use it to hurt other people. They use their power and their money to hurt other people because they're also flawed people. Just because you have a lot of money, just because you're Oprah Winfrey or you're Barack Obama or you ever, you understand, even our president has a lot of money because he's a millionaire. Just because you Patrice or Patrice, one of our billionaires in South Africa, just because you have money doesn't mean you don't have problems. You have issues too as well. You have wounds like everybody else. You have psychological issues as well. You're still working on yourself. So they're not perfect. So don't expect people with money to always use money in a good way. You understand? Because they have problems like any other person. So you can be impoverished, right? Low level person. Your problems could just be the same as somebody with a lot of money. Self awareness, self worth. You have a lot of trauma in your life as well. Because remember, uh, people with money are not perfect. My husband likes to say that you shouldn't have any problem if you have money. That's not true. You should not have any problems because you have money. No. Your problems will always be there. Just different type of problems. We call them rich people's problems. You understand? Their problems are just the same as ours, but expressed differently. Now, for example, maybe Oprah Winfrey's problem is basically it's too much money. And then family members are coming and they're stressing her. People are wanting donations. People are wanting financial assistance. Some are even frauding. Some people are lying. Some people are trying to gaslight her for money. That alone is a problem, am I right? Because now you have people running you like paparazzi running around, not giving you any peace. That's a problem, am I right by saying so? Now you're scared of people. Who's my true friend? And who really wants my money? You see, I'm trying to say it's great to have money, but it comes with lots of responsibility. It's awesome to be a billionaire, but it comes with lots of responsibility. First of all, if you never had money and all of a sudden you hit the jackpot and you win the lotto, you will see how many people come to you, how many family members not all going to be your friend. They're visiting your house, they're chatting you, they just want to be there because they heard that you have money. Now here you are thinking, oh my God, I must now share this money. Now you're even forced to give money to people that you don't even want to give to. People that don't give a shit about you. People don't give a damn about you. But because they're coming and they heard that you're now a billionaire, they stood online, whatever that you won the lotto, they're all here. That is why a lot of people, actually all people that win lottos don't give their names and where they live and who they are. Basically, when they give their announcement, they just said somebody in this place won 80 something billion, whatever, right? They leave it as that because they know that if they tell the person's full name and surname, every single person that needs money, even strangers, will be going there. Every single NGO will be going to them. Every single person that's needy will be going to them. Now you are here. You have all this wealth and this abundance. All of a sudden, you're getting all these harassments. People are saying, oh no, don't be stingy, share your money and all those things, right? Because money seems to be a scarce commodity in the game. And there's a reason why capitalist system is based on making the richer and keeping the divide between money and wealth wider, wealth and poverty wider, meaning that the capitalist system feeds into scarcity with the masses, and in the people with money like businesses, corporations, Illuminati, wealthy people, whatever you may call them. So there's a big divide. So here we are, people here that belong to the Illuminati, the corporations, the wealthy people, the 1%, whatever you call them, right? And now they're looking down to this mass field of people that are struggling. Now remember that these people are struggling because by choice, not because they have to struggle. Struggle is it's a mindset. Struggle is a mindset. Same as a person sitting in a 1%er, having all the billions in account, but because he has a problem with scarcity, the more billions he has, the more he feels more scarce. He feels like he doesn't have enough. He wants more and more and more. Now he's hoarding the wealth. That's what's going on. Now we have the same problem on both poles. Very wealthy people and povertized people, people from the lower level of economy, right? They all suffer from the same thing, scarcity. Even a rich man is all suffering from scarcity. There's one guy I dated years ago, right? He told me of a friend of his that's a billionaire, but he's a billionaire because he trades in drugs. He's a drug trader, right? He sells drugs, a drug dealer, as you may call it, right? So this guy is so wealthy. He's in South America. He has this big plot of his house, okay? He has not renovated his house in years. All he's doing is this. He's hoarding money in his barn. He has this barn where he sees the money and he keeps it stacked up because he suffers from scarcity. Somehow in his life, he experienced a period of lack, extreme lack, that traumatized him. So now he sees that I need to save it. I need to save it and hoard and keep it in their barn. And each time he'll show his friends how wealthy he is. But they tell him, but why your house is looking so bad? You're making money. Why are you not renovating your house? Oh, let me show you where my money is. I'm not going to spend it. I have enough money. But why can't you fix the house? Why can't you eat more better food? Why can't you buy clothes for yourself and your family? Why are you doing this? Because he has a money wound. He has a psychological wound in his head where he feels that it's scarce. If I spend it, then somehow it's gonna big hole. If I just take $100 from it, I'm gonna have a big hole in my bank account. I cannot do that. So he never spends his money. You see what I'm trying to say? So this thing is extreme because it's all in the mental, it's all in the mind, it's all in the mind. Because life is a mind game. This game is won in the mind, not in the physical. Because from the mind comes the physical. You understand? The mind is connected to the spiritual realm. It's all in the unseen. That's how we win the game. Your relationship with money. Understand what you see in your bank account is not your value. It's not saying that this is what you are worth. It's not saying this is what you have, because you have plenty more, much more that's in your bank account. Okay, you have much more. That's what's showing your bank account, because you are divine source, having a human experience. You have energy connected straight to God. And if you don't claim your power, you will live according to what you see in your bank account. That's what causes wounds. Right? That's what causes scarcity, because it's now you're living according to what you see in your bank account. Some people live according to my job subscription. I am a mere cleaner. I am a mere administrator. Now you're living in that level in your mind, because and you even told yourself that you're only worth 6,000 a month. And now you're living like that and you're seeing it, and then your bosses are confirming it because they're telling you, Mr. So-and-so, you have this position. If you don't upgrade, we're not going to give you more money. Right? Now, remember, again, the game of life is like that. It's a challenge because of the fact that corporations will tell you that your worth is like this. You have this degree, you'll earn this amount. You have this skill, this qualification, you earn this amount. Now we get programmed in our minds that I am worth my job subscription. I am now a mere administrator. I know that I'm worth much more than that, whatever position I hold. Because I have a connect source with divine God. I am provided for. And maybe I don't live in luxury and all those things because I prefer not to. Even if I was earning millions and millions of rands, I will live in a modest house. I will live a modest life because I believe that money is just a tool. I'll probably be giving people, I'll be helping people because that's my frequency, you understand? My frequency is to help others a lot. So it doesn't mean that I will allow people to gaslight me and take advantage of me. You see, money is quite an interesting thing. If you think about it, there's many facets around money and why we are not attaching or even attracting more money in our lives. Think about more deeply on an energetic level. Go down the rabbit hole of energy and find out why you are not attracting money and what's your relationship. Do you think it's scarce? Do you think that money is only for a certain type of people? Do you think that money is hard, that you must work hard for it? Do you think that money is evil? What is your thoughts around money? That's how you can actually tap into that wound and heal it. Okay. Now remember, money can make you feel powerful. Money can make you feel powerful when you have it, and money can make you feel uh, anxious when you don't have it. And now remember, ask yourself that: how do I feel when I don't have it? Versus when I do have it. You should be feeling the same, secure. I feel secure even if it's not in my account. I'm feeling secure even if I have it. I'm feeling secure all the time. I feel secure when it's going and I'm paying my bills, when I'm buying my food. I feel secure when I go and I buy something. Now I have this habit of not looking at prices, right? So yesterday something strange happened. I went to buy some stuff at the shops. I went and I bought some perfumes and stuff like that, right? I get to the chocolate aisle. Now I like different type of chocolates. Now I never seen Ritter Sports before. So the first I'm seeing Ritz of Sports. So I took three different flavors, not looking at the price because I didn't feel I needed to. For some reason, it never occurred to me to look at the price. Right? So we get to the till. Now she's telling everything. Now I bought some perfume on special. And I'm insisting that what I see there at the aisles where I took this thing, it must be there by the counter when you're tilling off and I'm paying you. And I saw a special and I took that item because it's a special. I like specials because I believe that why not take advantage of specials, right? So the special is there. I took the perfumes and the roll-ons according to the special. I get there and they tell me, no, they're now pricing a normal price. So I reminded them, no, this is a special. Two for a certain price. Both the roll-on and the perfumes for a certain price. That's a great deal. I like deals like any person. You know, doesn't mean that I have a problem with money, but I love deals. You get my point? So why not buy it two for the same price, then buying one? That doesn't make sense for the full price. So it was a deal. I took it. So I notified them about that. Then they agreed and they told it in accordingly. Okay, fine. Then came the chocolates. Now I'm thinking, what's the price of these chocolates? Because this is a new brand. I normally buy Lindt. This is a new brand, right? So anyway, I don't know nothing about Ritter Sports. Right? I only found out now was about this. I did my research and I understand it's a German company that make the chocolates that small to fit in pockets, sports people's pockets, whatever, right? Anyway, for me, I'm willing to try anything, okay? So anyway, I asked her how much is the thing, and she couldn't tell the price. So on my way out of the shop, I went back. My husband went back to check the price. 80 something rand per chocolate, and the chocolates are this big. 83 rand or something like that, right? So for me, I'm thinking, okay, how does it make me feel when I'm hearing that number? Because I bought three of these chocolates for 80 something rands, all three for 300 something rands for three chocolates. So I'm thinking, how does it make me feel? I told myself I don't feel uncomfortable. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay with this thing. I wanted this thing. I tried it. I took it and I paid for it. I have the means. You understand? And I was paying with even with a gift card that I was given in my company in December. I never use it. So I was just using it now. So I use a gift card to pay for it. And I'm thinking, you know what? It's fine because it's what I wanted. I should always get what I want, despite the price or the amounts I'm paying for. I want that thing. It shouldn't be an issue. There's another thing is that when you have a money wound, when you see something and you go to the till to pay for it, and you feel uncomfortable when the money is getting, you get full of anxiety is, do I have enough money in my bank account? The best practice is to use cash as much as you can. Some countries don't use cash now, like China and some parts of America, whatever, don't use cash. You must use your card, okay? So the best thing to do is when you go shopping, have cash with you. You know exactly I've got 2,000 rands on me. My budget is maybe 1,000. I've got the list of everything that I want. Have clarity when you go shopping, right? Because what's going to happen is going to also help you connect with your money and your spending. Understand that it's okay if you truly want something and it's expensive and you truly want it. It doesn't mean anything because you can afford it. You are worthy of that thing. You are worthy of having all your needs met, no matter how much they are, because that's a healthier approach than, oh my God, or I can't spend that money. I don't have that money. I don't have enough money. That is now negative. It's feeding into your wounds. So I reminded myself that, as I told myself from last year, that whenever I want something, I will go to the shop, I'll buy it, and I'll pay for it and feel good about it because I got what I want. I'm not going to sit there and think, oh my God, it's so expensive. I should have. No, 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 no. Don't ever regret spending on what you want and what you need at any moment, because at the end of the day, you are worthy. Money is a flow. Again, that's part of your relationship with money, spending on yourself. Spending on yourself and then your needs. I like Woolworths, so I go to Woolworths to buy Woolworths food, Woolworths fruit that I want, right? And I really need. I'm not going to say, oh my God, Woolworths is so expensive and all those things. I don't do that because that's another way of you confirming that you have a wound you need to heal when it comes to money, okay? So let's go on to the closing message of my speech about money, okay? If money has ever made you feel powerful, or powerless, anxious, unsafe in yourself and your life, you are not broken, guys. It's all about the trauma, it's all about the wound you need to heal. You adapt to survive, right? Remember that life's not about surviving. You don't just want to survive in life, you want to thrive in life. You want to live in full fulfillment of life, right? And now you can heal. You can heal your money wounds. You can heal your money wounds by now healing that relationship that was actually 7 years ago, unintentionally by your parents that taught you that money is scarce, that you need 5 jobs to be safe. No, you don't even need a job to be safe. As long as you know that you are wealthy within you, that you always be taken care of. Guys, there are people living on other people's compassion and they are okay and happy with that God is providing for them. Now imagine if you add that type of energy with your own energy of exchanging your skill and time for money, you'll find peace, understand that God is always there for you. Right? You can live in God's grace because God is more than enough. His money is more than enough. His wealth is more than enough. You are worthy of having all the money and all your needs met in life, whatever, right? A lot of people don't really think about my goal in life is to have a lot of money. A lot of people think about, I just want to be happy. I just want to be content with life. I just want to be satisfied with life. That's okay as well. Then you have a lot of people on other spectrum that really want to have a lot of money, want to live in mansions that cost 6 million for a 4 bedroom or 3 bedroom house, 6 billion, whatever. A lot of people are living like that in their minds and they're working towards it. Now, remember, every single person here, all 8 billion of us are all wanting different things regards to money. Other people are just happy to just have a modest home with maybe a yard for the children, a garden, a place to make a garden. Other people want 3 houses, 4 houses, one in LA, one in Cape Town, one in Cairo. See, people are different. But the question is, what is your specific relationship with money now at this moment as an individual? What is your relationship with money? How do you see money? Right. So these are the things you need to understand, right, guys? So as I'm closing my life now, be kind to yourself and be kind to your money as well. Love it, pray over your money, appreciate it. And if you are called to share, share with a good heart or an open heart as well. Okay, guys? So have a great week. Further, don't forget, for those that haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I'm a growing channel. My channel is so small and I'm collecting my numbers and I need your support, guys, because social media influence or creators are nothing without the audience. So for all those 200 and something people that actually subscribe to my channel, thank you for your support. I do appreciate you. I humble myself and I say thank you. I see you. I acknowledge you. I acknowledge your support. Thank you so much, guys. And have a great week further. Okay, guys? Bye.
We have peace now.